Alright, I'm back. Get some food in my system in addition to napping. So I should have energy now to do things. So we were looking at this animation. That is actually kind of fun. But also, oh, right. Oh, the other thing I wanted to try to do, I might be able to make it work with this button instead. Let's try that real quick. I had that documentation up somewhere, right? No, I closed it. Add to map. Control to thumb buttons. Seems that Xbind keys itself is a problem here, as it recognizes the click but it won't execute it. This test can be tested using Zev and grep button. Oh, that's so smart. And Xbind keys minus V. Update. In the meantime, I bought this and noticed that once configured via the driver on Windows, not only the profile itself is stored on the memory, but the actual key press is done by the mouse. Yeah. I spent a lot of time trying to make that binding work. I eventually found a solution which is complicated, but works well and doesn't imply third-party software. There are solutions like the proposed one. I figured that will blah, 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 blah. Make UDEV rules for the mouse. Kernel event subsystem. I don't think this is what I want to do, though. I want to have... Oh, here we go. Mod 2. That might be the mod I was looking for. Right. And then let's just do this to see if it works. Nope. Nope. Oh, unable to resolve keysim for comma. Oh, maybe that's why. Oh. I think we just go Zev. Key code 111. Keysim. Mother. Oh, comma. So that might work. Oops. And hold on. I gotta run it again. And what's this? Period. Comma and period. Oh, sick. But it doesn't, it's not working now. Oh, because I closed it. Why isn't comma working? Okay. Key comma. Key period. I don't know. Doesn't work for some reason. I think I'm getting closer though. Am I crazy? See, that should work, right? That dot is working. So why doesn't... That should at least be working, and it's not. Let's try... with mod 2. That might work. No, it doesn't. Why not though? Where the heck is my cursor right now? What? I broke it? Oh, there we go. It was weird. I'm gonna say that behavior is even more weird. Oh, wait. Oh no, that's what's happening. Wait, why? Oh, does it need to have 2 spaces in between? Maybe that's my fault. Oh, that one has two different ones. So maybe I have to do the same thing for that. Although, yeah, I don't know. Because key down is going to hold it down, right? M space, comma, period. Like, this looks like it should be working. That one's working. I don't know why this one doesn't work. Now let's try here. Neither one of them actually works in Aseprite. It's kind of useless. Oh, we could try Alt. Hold on. Let's go like that. Oops. I think the app might be eating these keys because when I hit Alt, I see this crosshair change, this cursor, and when I hit Control, this one changes. Although, actually, wait, when I hit Control now, I don't get that anymore. That is weird, dude. I don't know, but whatever. It is what it is. And this one, what I want to have happen is, oops. Maybe it does have to come up a little bit. I'm trying to think. I want it to kind of look like down and then up this way and then the opposite way, right? Is what I want it to look like. What does that even mean? And then have to be a little bit taller. Oops. Actually, that is kind of what I wanted it to look like. And then in this frame, what we can do, move everything over one more. See, this just looks kind of slanty. I wanted it to look more like jiggly. I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, because I didn't do the whole thing. Oh, that's why. Maybe just remove those? Hmm. Maybe I'll just try copying some of these frames over. Whoops. Okay, this frame is doubled by mistake. Oops. And this one's doubled. That's why it seemed weird. And maybe... Yeah, that's kind of cool. Then we would just have to animate the shadow. Or just remove it altogether. See what that looks like in the game context. Right? So let's bring that export sprite sheet. And we're gonna say by rows, sure, sprite, sure, all the frames, split tags. And let me create some more tags, just one more tag. still. That way when I go to export, sprite sheets, split tag, I'll have one that's just not moving. Oh, I see what happens here though now. Like I called this objects because originally it was objects, but now that we're doing animations, that pulls things into their own thing, right? So this would be chest sprites dot ping. So we'll go here, chest, and instead of sprite 2D, I'm gonna add a animated sprite 2D. I'm gonna create some sprite frames, click on it again. I'm gonna do sprite sheets, export. Oh, characters levels. We're gonna go here and create another symlink. Objects. And that'll bring us here. Sick. Just what we wanted. Objects, chest sprites. These are interesting. Auto slice, perfect. And then we're gonna bring these in. Add 12 frames. FPS. We can maybe slow it down to not 1.0. 10. Oh, here we go. 8 frames per second. Looks too choppy. Probably 10 is good. And this needs a collision shape 2D. And let's create a rectangle, I guess. Good enough for now. Okay, now let me go back to my level editor, which I think I already have this in here. Chest, it's already named chest. Perfect. Go back to LD Godot. And now what we're gonna do in here, actually my code. Close that out for now. Whoops. Now what we can do here, oh, what did this do? This did something. Prevent duplicate animations from playing back to back. Zelda assets, add chest and objects. Now we're adding the scene. So let's go to our import, entity post import. I think all we need to do here, should have been a comma there to begin with, is this. But I don't know. That did the re-import. It should pop up here. Oh, I don't know that it actually did the re-import because I don't see anything. Go to import, LDTK, re-import. Oh, there it is. Sick. Let's try testing this scene. Oh. Oh no, that's actually not working, right? Hey, hold on. Oh, weird. Default. There we go. I think that's why that wasn't working. Surprised it used a still frame though. And I don't know why I'm not colliding. Oh, because it's an area 2D. So what I actually have to do here is not, this should be a static body 2D. Because we want collision. I mean, we kind of want both. We kind of want both. We would need something to say that if we press like the action button in front of the chest, that it activates. So then this shape would probably like move down here. And that would be like the activation zone. Or we would actually probably just do this. Right? And then when you press the button anywhere, like the action button, interact button, anywhere in here, it would trigger. And then we can also add a static body. There's another collision shape 2D. And another rectangle. And now when we come back here, should also have collision. Yeah. That's pretty darn neat. Very cool. And then what's another thing that we could add to test out like object scale and stuff like that? Another asset that we could make. Come over here and look at my original objects. We have like the backpack. So we did the chest, stop clock, this player spawn, the enemy spawn, sorry. So let's create a new one. And this will be our enemy spawn. Right? And then an enemy spawn, we had a giant skull in the old one. We could still try to create a skull in this one. I don't know if it makes sense. Or like some kind of portal-y looking thing. Right? Maybe that's what we want to go for. I feel like it should just be... Yeah, hold on. Let's just go like this. right? And then we'll have some kind of I don't know. Um, but right, something like that, something to that effect. So let's go with this. Let's continue with this idea. Contiguous default. Here we go. Let's just continue with this idea that it'll be some kind of platform looking thingy. Right? And how do we make that look nicer? Don't know. Let's try messing with some of the colors here. Okay. Not what I wanted. I meant to use my brush tool. Right. Oops. Maybe some kind of blending in here. I don't know. Let's look for some inspiration here. Pixel art portal. That's cool. Yeah, it's like a door. Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's also cool. This looks really freaking cool. This is basically what I was trying to do, right? Interesting. Interesting. How do we do this? How do we make this? Because this is kind of what I was going for, right? That's also kind of cool. It's a stone thing. I'm kind of combining that and this a little bit. I kind of wanted something on the floor, right? So let me start over again. Maybe what I want is some kind of bricks on the floor. And I'll start with this gray. Right, so maybe we'll have some kind of gray thing down here like this, which will build into a wall later. Let's get the shapes down of what I want. I kind of just get the form. And then what I'm going to do is fill this other area in here with some kind of blue swirly nonsense. Oh, what we can also do here might make my life easier is put on symmetry. Why doesn't that look the same? There we go. This way I only have to do like half of it, right? That's using the old noggin. And this could even have maybe some of the brick on that side too. Maybe, right? I don't know. I'm going to try to do it maybe a little bit lighter color. Maybe in a little bit lighter color, just so I remember what the heck is going on here. And then here, maybe we need a darker color on the inside. Right? Kind of like that. Okay, we have a shape. Things are looking up. Things are looking real good right now. Things are looking real good. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, whatever. And then up here, we're going to need to have some sort of like a rim. Right? And then in here, we're going to have some sort of weird liney stuff going on. Right? Some brighter liney stuff going on. And then this could be cranked up a bit. Maybe we'll even make this a little bit taller. Okay, right. And then we can put a little bit more detail in here. Oh, look at that. And this, we can maybe try to find some way to make this look more brick-like. It's kind of. It's still not exactly the look I wanted. So let me duplicate this. And we're going to mess around here. I'm going to kind of start redrawing some things. And what we're going to do is, like right now, it's a little too uniform. So what I'm actually going to do here is erase some pixels. And what we're going to try to do is like, just stack some block shapes here. No. Put symmetry back on, save myself some effort. Right? And then what? We got to grab a light. Oh, wait, that's Empty, that's not colored in. See what I'm trying to do there is I'm trying to like make it look a little bit unlevel. I don't know. It looks like some kind of thing. Who knows? I think this part has the exact same problem. It needs a little bit more variation in shape and size. That actually looks kind of cool, even though it makes no sense to me. Actually, that looks better than the front. Right? Let's just do the same thing we did over there, over here. You see that? You see how like now I'm painting this like flat colors? It just like looks better somehow. Cool. So now we're just going to put in some highlights and then some shadows. And I already overdid it somehow. I don't think these highlights work super well down here. But that does actually look better, I think. Yeah, see that? That looks pretty badass. That looks badass. Holy. I'm just going to do this to make, yeah, a little bit more depth over here. Holy. Holy smokes, you guys. Really, the top should have some kind of highlights, but then it can't be like these really strong highlights and these really dark lows. So it's got to be kind of like this, I think. Oof. Look at that, dude. That looks insane. So the other thing I can do here, this is 32 by 32. So hold on, let's save this as a portal or enemy spawn. And then maybe what I do is I add another 16 to the top. Whoops. Well, we could even do that, but I think I'd rather have the full height. I don't know. Yeah, no, this is fine because then what I can do here is I can go add a shadow below it. Also, oh yeah, that looks really badass. Oh my god. Maybe even just like that. Oh my god, that looks insane. Okay, that looks pretty cool. And then grab the whole thing, move it down a bit. Oh, we can move it all the way to the edge. And then what I'm going to do is maybe we create an animation. I don't know. Beam, right? Have some sort of beam thing that comes up. And the beam thing, right? Maybe I do it as an animation, but it could also be some kind of in-game special effects, like lighting effects that we could use for this. I guess that's fine. But if that's the spawning mechanism, then the enemies also have to be larger, right? So if my character is this height, then my enemies have to be larger than my character, I think. At least the same size, right? Dude, that looks insane. But we can do some cool stuff here. So let's do some animation. New tag, teleport. or spawn. Just gonna add some random dots here. Maybe because it's all the same color, just gonna look like noise. Yeah. Might be better to do that with like a real particle system. Or just a different color. It looks terrible. It looks terrible, but either way, we can export just a still image for now. Cancel. I don't want to export the animation. Oh. That's how you fix that problem. And then we would go to here, entities, add, enemy spawn. Tile sets. See, here's the thing. I guess I would have to add it, and each one is a separate tile set then, which kind of sucks, right? Well, oh, right. So that's actually a good point. So LDTK doesn't know about the animation, right? It's not going to animate stuff for us, so it doesn't care. So for LDTK's sake, we can put all of our objects in a single objects ASprite file. So let me save this as just.asprite. But then let me create the objects one. Well, I already have it here. Objects.asprites. So these are 32 by 32. And so this will just be 32 by 32. So add another 32 to the right. And maybe we'll just go like this for this one. And then copy this, throw that into here. Right. Although we're going to want it to line up the same way. So maybe that's better. I don't know. Right, and now we have this, and now when we export sprite sheet. Oh, right, because this is objects. Objects can get rid of the animations. And we can just export as objects.ping and replace it. And yes. Now when I go to my entities and I have my enemy spawn, we can go here to objects and we can grab this. And now I could probably actually go to my tile set now and say like, hey, look, my objects aren't 16 by 16, they're 32 by 32, but I think we'll leave it at 16 by 16 because maybe not everything will be 32 by 32. All right, so we'll go here. Oh, enemy spawn, I have to set the size. And I also kind of have to figure out, okay, is that the actual size or is the size going to be like 32 by 64, was it? Yeah. In which case, if I did that, it would have to be fit inside bounds. Oh. That's interesting. Now, there is a way to do this because I've done this before. Oh, yeah, right here. Right? Assuming that we're going to animate it, because then you would see kind of what it looks like how much space it's going to take to spawn things in. Actually, I don't think it's 32. I think it's 24. Right? Because what's 32? Oh, wait, 32 plus 12 is 46, 44. Wait, 12, 16 is 48. Hmm. Right, and then in Godot, we would say, hey, create a new scene. This would be a static body, actually. We can change type. Because we're going to want collision. But we also need a sprite 2D at the very least. And we're going to slap on our enemy spawn. And then for our collision shape, we'll draw a rectangle. Go up here, create a new thing called enemy spawn. It's actually enemy spawner, right? And I never renamed it here. So let me go back to my LDTK entities and update the name here to enemy spawner. Save, come back here, reload from disk. Okay, go back to my script. Kind of do the same thing here. That's fine. Oh, like, why don't you like this? Because I accidentally put a comma here. I think that should handle my import scripts. Let's close the level and re-import. Sorry, open up the level. Hey, look, my enemy spawner's here. Now if I run the scene, this is what it looks like. That's actually kind of cool. Hmm. Yeah, graphics make a huge, huge difference to the feel of the game. I think that's the takeaway from all this. So I should work on some better graphics for my game. But I think for the first version of Glove, we're just going to, like, I'll keep all this stuff. I'll probably use this for the next version of this game. But for the first version, we're going to do a more simple thing and just very simple game loop. The next version, we're going to upgrade the graphics. We'll add a couple more mechanics, maybe like a crafting mechanic or a shop mechanic and some kind of upgrades type thing. I think that would be good. But wow, I can't believe like how much different this looks and feels. So there you have it. Graphics are important. I'm going to go do my workout before it gets late and I decide to get lazy and not do my workout. But before we do that, let's commit some of our changes here. Let me first add my chest. Oh, that's going to be rough. I have to add them together because... Yes. That's fine. That's fine. I don't know why the tile set updates every single time. I should dive through the source code of this plugin and see if I can figure out why this file keeps changing every single time and to see if it really does need to be changing. Add chest and enemy spawner assets and scenes. Okay. That's pretty good. That looks pretty cool, man. This is actually kind of like hyping me up a bit to get back into this more full steam. I gotta grind out more artwork, but that's fine. I think I just become a full time artist for like the next week or two, working on assets. But I think we can also do something in between, right? In between this and that. So what I mean is, we have like, let me look at my glove project assets. We have the characters here. Oh, this is how I did this. So we might need to do some refactoring on how this stuff works. And each character might have to be in a different file. What does that mean? What does that mean? Unless the other thing I could do that's weird is keep it like this, keep it exactly like this. And then what I would do is like put the animations in here. Like add another frame and do the next frame of animation for the right one and like do them like that. It would be very, very weird. I don't know if it would make any sense at all. Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, so what we would do is I would take something like this and throw this into a new file. And I'd be like, okay, how are we going to animate this sucker? Where's the character? Grab the wrong layer or something. Don't know. Oh, the weapon is on a different layer. Maybe that's actually okay. That's actually probably fine. What? Nothing's happening. Oh, because that one's not on the weapon layer. What the freak? Oh, weapon below. I got you. Oh, right. And then we would try to animate this. I'm just going to spend a couple seconds trying to figure that out. Like, how did this work? Front, right, still directions, idle, walking, walking away, walking to the right. Let's make a new frame and a new tag. Walk right. And then what is it? It's like, wow, these came out pretty good. The chest actually, I think, needs some help. But this teleporter thing came out really freaking good. I should use this symmetry drawing tool more often. I think the symmetry tool drawing, it's like, yeah, it's gonna make things symmetrical, but I think it's a good way to get things done quickly. And then if you want to touch things up and make them asymmetrical, you could do that after the fact, right? Instead of just drawing the whole thing, because then you only have to draw like half a picture, right? And then you tweak the other half if you want it to look different on the other side. I think that's a great way to do this. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for my hero so I can check my notes. So we have contact, down, pass, up, contact. That's only 4. Okay, contact, down, pass, up. Hmm. Oh, wow. Even just giving him a foot like that makes him look so much better. Holy. Holy moly, you guys. But this would be facing the other direction, right? Oh, I see what I was doing. Yeah, that actually probably reads pretty well. I don't know. It looks so bad. That's probably fine, right? That's contact, then down. We have to make his head bob down a bit. Down. Actually, his arms come down too, probably. Contact down, and his bow's gonna come down. What's he doing with his arms? He's got to do something with his arms, like moving them back and forth or something. I don't know. But we can start throwing this into assets, source. I think I called him elf. Oh, we can. Oops. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to make a thing for characters and then call the file elf. That's fine. Get me started on animating this. And so we'll just do these like stupid animations on these really tiny dudes. And like that's going to be a little bit excruciating, but I think it'll be good animation practice, right? And good pixel art practice of doing things at really tiny scale. And then when we go do the next version of this game, we'll have things at a much bigger scale. Things will look much nicer. This is very cool. Okay, awesome. So there you go. I will be back later. It is nighttime. So I might play games when I get back. We might do game stream when we get back. Let me go here and we have these commits. Let me push this. Yay. So cool. I actually really like Godot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot so far. I really do.